all have within us the spark of something divine. This spark is connected to the one source of all. It's an infinite potential within us, waiting to be awakened. It is considered our true nature, but to understand this true essence of who we are, we need to look beyond the surface of our daily lives and connect with this higher aspect of ourselves. This isn't always easy. We are bombarded with information and with the day-to-day aspects of life and the stresses of survival. This is what Eastern teachings call the wheel of Samsara, the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. It is the endless cycle of existence, characterized by suffering, impermanence, and the constant flow of life in various forms. Samsara reflects the idea that humans are trapped in this cycle due to ignorance, desire, distractions of glamour and entertainment coming from all directions, and attachments to objects and people. The goal is to break free from this wheel of samsara through spiritual practices such as meditation, self-realization, or enlightenment, otherwise known as connecting to your higher self. The higher self is thus a part of our consciousness that transcends individual ego and its attachment to material reality and connects us with the universal divine essence. It is often described as the truest or most enlightened version of oneself, embodying wisdom, compassion, and a deeper sense of purpose. The higher self represents the part of you that is beyond the limitations of time, space, and the physical world, offering guidance, insight, and alignment with your soul's true purpose. In many spiritual traditions, the higher self is seen as the source of intuition, inspiration, and inner knowing. It is thought to be an eternal, unchanging part of you, in contrast to the changing and often reactive nature of the personality and ego. To connect to one's higher self could be a lifelong process, or it could take many lifetimes for a human being to evolve into this higher level of consciousness, especially if our soul gets caught in the wheel of samsara. This idea of connecting to one's higher self has become popularized in New Age circles over the last few decades. But this is a worldwide concept that has been taught across many religions and spiritual belief systems across the breadth of earthly time and space. Connect to your higher self. Focus to motivate and enrich your life, and inspire others to find their true path. Join me on a journey to discover your power and higher purpose. The concept of the Christ consciousness, the awareness of our inherent divinity as exemplified by Jesus Christ, as taught by medieval mystics, Gnostic Christians who emphasize direct union with the divine, and New Age thinkers, is about fully embracing love, forgiveness, compassion, and wisdom, transcending the ego and connecting with the divine presence in all things. For many, the journey of awakening begins with the realization that we are more than the roles we play in the world. Jesus taught that the kingdom of heaven is within you, meaning the divine potential we seek is not external, but within our hearts and minds. Christ consciousness invites us to transcend our ego to align with the divine within, and to awaken to the truth that we are all interconnected, part of a greater whole. When we awaken to this truth, we move beyond fear and suffering, embracing the divinity that is our birthright. In Buddhism, the path to awakening is called Bodhi, the realization of the enlightened state. The Buddha taught that all beings possess the Buddha nature, the potential to awaken to wisdom, compassion, and inner peace. In this tradition, awakening is not about attaining something new, but rather about uncovering what is already within. Through meditation, mindfulness, and right action, we cultivate the stillness that allows us to see beyond the illusion of the self. The ego dissolves, and in its place, we experience the interconnectedness of all life. Awakening to one's higher self from a Buddhist perspective is the journey to nirvana, the cessation of suffering, and the realization of one's true nature. From the perspective of Hinduism, The journey to awakening is a sacred dance of self-realization and union with the divine. The concept of the Atman, the individual soul, is one with Brahman, the supreme universal consciousness. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, "You are not the body, you are the eternal soul." Through practices such as yoga, meditation, and devotion, bhakti, we awaken to the realization that we are divine beings, temporarily experiencing life in physical form. The highest potential lies in our ability to remember our true nature and merge with the divine. By surrendering the ego and aligning with the cosmic flow of Dharma, that is right living, we move closer to the realization of our divine self. In the wisdom of ancient Egypt, awakening to the higher self is deeply connected to the journey of the soul. The Egyptians believed in the concept of Ka and Ba, aspects of the soul that transcend the physical body and continue in the afterlife. Their teachings focused on Maat, the principle of truth, balance, and cosmic order, which guided the soul toward enlightenment. The ancient Egyptian mysteries taught that by living in harmony with Maat, we can unlock the divine potential within us. The path to awakening involves aligning with the cosmic order and recognizing the sacredness of life. The Eye of Horus, symbolizing divine perception, reminds us to open our spiritual eyes, to see beyond the physical and embrace our eternal nature. In this way, we are called to awaken to the higher aspects of ourselves and understand our role in the divine plan. In Kabbalah, a mystical tradition of Judaism and Christianity, also influenced by early Egyptian teachings of the Tree of Life, is the teaching of awakening to the higher self. The Tree of Life, a symbolic map, represents the structure of the universe and the path of the soul's journey back to the divine source. Each of the 10 Sephirot, or divine attributes, represents a different aspect of consciousness. As we climb the Tree of Life, we move closer to understanding the oneness of all things and our place within the divine plan. Kabbalists teach that the soul's purpose is to ascend, to awaken the divine sparks within, and to merge with the infinite light of the Creator. By contemplating the mysteries of the Sephirot, we gain insight into our higher self, and through spiritual practice and study, we begin to embody our highest potential. Regardless of which path or road you take, or if you take a combination of a few different paths, the journey to awakening is one of remembering who we truly are, divine beings, each with a unique role in the cosmic tapestry. As we connect with our higher self, we unlock our highest potential, moving beyond the illusions of the ego and into the infinite possibilities that lie within. The path to awakening is not always easy, but it is one of the most profound journeys we can take. By embracing the wisdom of these ancient traditions, we come to realize that we are not separate from the divine. We are one with it. And in this realization, we find the peace, love, and fulfillment that we seek. Awaken to your higher self. Awaken to your highest potential. The divine is within you. You are that which you seek. To be kept in the loop for more motivation, inspiration, and sharing of mystical ideas that can spark your spirit, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Let's go on this journey together to create and to become 1% better each day.